Well, let's talk temperatures because we've been below normal so far all for June. So here's what we've been experiencing with our afternoon high temperatures here in Yuma. So as you can see, lots of blue boxes so far. We haven't hit any above. We had an average day, but below normal. So we've been cooler than what we would be for this time of year. Normally we'd be in the low 100s. So we haven't been having many of those days, but things are about to change later on this week. So we are in for a warming trend. But first, let's take a look at our current temperatures, where we stand as of right now. It's actually a cool night out there, so not too bad. Anything away from that triple digits and even the 90s. So right now we're currently sitting at some upper 80s, even some low 80s in Imperial. So 87 for Yuma, 85 in El Centro. So pretty enjoyable and mild night. So really enjoy it because things are going to warm up later on this weekend, and also looking out for some winds. So let's talk winds because that's been a talker for the evening and nighttime hours. Is we've been having those breezy conditions. Even right now, our current wind speed's not too bad out there, but after midnight, we do have that potential for gusts to peak about 20 miles per hour or so. And the reason for that, and we've been staying cooler than normal, is because we had this trough of low pressure that was in place, but it actually has moved to the east and up to the north, and that's where all that wet weather is. But for us here in the desert Southwest, we are going to have that trough to lower just down to the south a little bit come the next couple of days. So it definitely will keep our temperatures a little on the mild side, but we are going to slowly warm up. It'll bring us that wind. But for us, we're going to stay nice and dry across the desert Southwest. So we aren't going to see any rain with us, but Southern California could experience some isolated showers, but not for us here in the desert Southwest. And looking back at our winds, well, like I mentioned, we are going to have gustier conditions come the evening hours. So we're going to stay on the lighter side in the early morning and afternoon hours, but then as we head into the evening, things are going to change. We're looking at for some gusty and dusty conditions across the area, but mainly those stronger winds are going to stay off to the west, and Imperial County is where that blowing dust will be a factor. But for us here in Yuma, we'll just be pretty breezy, and then as we head into our Thursday, it's going to be the same setup as what we're going to be experiencing tomorrow. So we will have breezy to windy conditions again for the evening hours. So just prepare your nighttime plans that we will have wind being a factor for the next couple of evenings or so. Now, on our 8-day forecast, sponsored by Polar Cooling, here's what we can expect with our temperatures. So we are going to see them rise, but more seasonable as we get to later this week. But Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at 105. That's actually expected to be the hottest temperatures that we experienced so far this year. So normally we're in that 103 mark, so anything above that, it's going to be pretty toasty for us for this time of year. So that's something I'll be looking out for this week, is those warmer conditions, but then we'll soon cool back down early next week. Back to you, Adam.
All right, Melissa, thanks.